Here are some examples. The new man is not spared any of the humiliations which the inhabitants of this planet inflict on one another. The difference to the old man lies solely in the mental attitude he unswervingly retains. Jesus on the cross does not scold and curse, but lovingly prays for his little ignorant brothers and sisters. Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do. Plato, sold into slavery, does not despair, but even joyfully declares, "Thanks, evidently I can pay back some old debts." When obstacles and problems are piling up in front of you, your position is, "I rejoice, for I can grow greater. Another rung of the ladder of ascent is before me." A king of the spirit is not a great man because he never gets into trouble, but on the contrary, because he proves superior to them. You take the attitude of a king of the spirit or of a disciple of the brotherhood under all circumstances. Then you really are a king of the spirit or a disciple of the brotherhood. You keep your head, your eternal individuality, above the clouds, in heaven, in the spiritual world, while below at your feet life rages and little mortal men swarm. Call this picture of yourself to mind whenever everyday life threatens to bear you down. Every time you muster the strength to take such a lofty stand in the face of the horrors of life, you have won a victory and climbed a higher level. The consolidation and strengthening of this achievement take place by way of many such small and simple steps. Your ordinary life offers you countless opportunities every day to win such victories and to make your transformation into a higher being permanent. Not only in distress, but also, for example, in moods such as irritability and dejection, or with cravings for alcohol, meat, tobacco, or sweets and the like. This is Agni Yoga. The ascent in infinity to immeasurable heights, the path to God, consists of many small, simple steps in the middle of everyday life. The decision whether you continue to climb up step by step or keep falling down is made dozens of times every day in seemingly insignificant situations. The hero of everyday life wins many small victories and thereby gains great achievements over time. Everyday life is the foundation of ascent. When you have mastered it, greater opportunities for more eminent deeds will arise one day. All religions and teachings of wisdom basically teach mental attitudes. The Bhagavad Gita, for example, teaches desirelessness and equanimity. Christendom, love your neighbor as yourself, even if he is your enemy. Or the Stoics, Zenon, Seneca, Marcus Aurelius and Frederick the Great, the proverbial Stoic calmness. So does Agni Yoga. I rejoice in obstacles. I want nothing for myself. I do not fear. I disdain food. I am not worried or concerned about the well-being of my body or about world events. I despise the weaknesses and animal desires of the lower self. These are all nothing but mental attitudes. What is the very last thing you are left with when everything around you, the material foundations of life, and finally you yourself, are in danger of perishing? Nothing except the smile of a superior mental attitude. One must keep one's composure until the very end, said Queen Marie Antoinette when the French Revolution buried royalty, her husband, and finally herself under the guillotine. Listen to the moving, arousing words of Auschwitz survivor Viktor Frankl. We who lived in concentration camps can remember men visiting the huts, comforting others, giving away their last piece of bread. They may have been few in number, but they offer sufficient proof for this truth. Everything can be taken from a man, but one thing, the last of the human freedoms, in any given set of circumstances, to choose one's attitude, to walk one's own path. Bravery and dignity. This is the code of honor, the attitude of a spiritual warrior who prefers rather to die than to surrender, and who holds the position entrusted to him to the last. Life bares its teeth, but the spirit is undaunted. Habit is second nature, a wise proverb indicating to what an extent habit dominates man. We should not look at this law with regard to its negative effects only. We may just as well take advantage of it. If you have adopted the proper mental attitude in a given moment, for example that of an invulnerable immortal, in order to advance further, you only have to take the same position again and again in the next difficult situation, in the one after that, and in the following one. This, in practical terms, is the crucial step in growth, to perpetuate the chosen mental attitude by confirming it in every situation. If, on the other hand, you get it right once and then 3 times wrong, you will not change. With a lot of practice, a mental attitude becomes a habit. Can you give an everyday example? It is only a small step forward if you follow a fasting diet to lose weight, but afterwards return to your old habits and quickly accumulate your previous weight again. The teaching advises against such extremes. The spiritual path looks different. Eat just a little bit less than before, but do that steadily, every day, at every meal, so that the new measure becomes a habit. Only then will you transform your nature and lose weight reliably and permanently. A habit so entrenched that it has become part of your nature is already a quality. If you appear habitually fearlessly in every situation over years, you have indeed turned into a fearless being. With a lot of practice, a habit becomes a quality. As the Talmud so beautifully says, watch your thoughts, they become your words. Watch your words, they become your actions. Watch your actions, they become your habits. Watch your habits, they become your character. Watch your character, it becomes your destiny. Agni Yoga advises, purify your thoughts, and after determining your 3 worst traits, sacrifice them to be burned away in fiery striving. We broaden this concept and say, form the 3 most important qualities of the new man by making them a habit. Invulnerability, joy over obstacles, and selflessness. When this has been achieved, move on to the next 3 qualities. This is the easy way to a higher stage of evolution.